In a previous lesson, we learned that verbs can be either dynamic or stative. But there are other ways of describing them. So today, we're going to take a look at transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs that need an object to make sense in a sentence. For example, she hits the ball. The verb hit is transitive because it has an object to act on. The ball. What does she hit? She hits the ball. Without the object, it wouldn't make sense. If I just said she hits, it would be confusing because hits what? We don't know, so it doesn't make any sense. Some other examples of transitive verbs are bring, give, make, and owe. Intransitive verbs, on the other hand, don't need an object to make sense. For example, he sings. Sings what? It doesn't matter. We know what he does and it makes sense. Because intransitive verbs don't need an object to make sense, imperatives like go, come, wait, and sit are all intransitive verbs. Other verbs like sleep, jump, seem, and see are also intransitive verbs. Some verbs can be both, like walk, understand, or read. If you're not sure whether a verb is transitive or intransitive, you could always check a dictionary. Dictionaries usually label a verb with either the words transitive or intransitive, or with the letters T or I. But why should we care whether a verb is transitive or intransitive? Well, there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is that some verbs have a different meaning depending on whether they're transitive or intransitive. For example, I can say, I run every day. Here, run is intransitive and means to go for a jog. But I could also say, I run my own company. Here, run is transitive and means to operate or manage something. The second reason is that some intransitive verbs in English are not intransitive in other languages. For example, in English I could say, I drive. But in Mandarin Chinese, they'd say, 我开车. In English, I could say, don't speak. But in Chinese, they'd say, 别说话. Or, if I want to be more impolite, 闭嘴. So, if Chinese is your native language and you're learning English, you might be tempted to add an object where it's not really necessary. Now let's practice. Are the following verbs transitive or intransitive? I grow tomatoes in my garden. Transitive. We want to play outside. Intransitive. He plays basketball with his friends. Transitive. She reads the newspaper at home. Transitive. He reads very fast. Intransitive. Did you get them all correct? Great! If you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. That's it for our class today. Catch you later.